It's extremely important for commercial businesses now to get the right advice on fire safety. And here to tell us a little bit more about that is Graham Ellicott from the FIA, the Fire Industry Association. Graham, welcome today to FIREX.
Thanks for having me come along.
It's our pleasure. Now, I know you are giving a seminar tomorrow, Thursday at 11 o'clock, but tell us a little bit about why you're here today and also perhaps what you're going to be discussing at this seminar.
Okay, well, the FIA comes to FIREX every year or every 2 years, whenever it operates, and it's a good way for us to visit all our members, take the froth off the top and find out what's going on in the industry. We get a lot of contact here, a lot of people come and see us, a lot of people come to our seminars, and it's a good way for us to market ourselves, if you will.
And now we were discussing earlier, just how important it is at the moment for commercial businesses to get the right advice and the, continuity when they receive advice.
That's right.
Over time. And yeah, tell us what you'll be
Yes,
discussing.
Tomorrow I'm going to be running a seminar on primary authority schemes. And primary authority schemes are where businesses can get good quality advice, assured advice from a primary fire and rescue authority. So say you're a business that operates across all of England and you want fire advice, you can go to a fire and rescue authority, possibly Cambridgeshire or London or someone such as that, and they will give you consistent, assured advice to help you make your buildings fire safe, to make them life safe and property safe, etc.
And so how important is it for you then to be here at FIREX? You said you've been here for many years before, and
That's
hopefully
right.
There'll be many more in the future as well.
Yes, it's really important for us to be here for several reasons. One is the move to London is really good for us, essentially because it's a capital city, it's a world-class city. We've got a lot of international visitors coming through. That's great for our members because they get to see international people. It increases exports for them, and of course that's revenue for the country.
And something that's been discussed quite a lot during FIREX over the last couple of days is how the industry can perhaps do better at false fire alarms, because obviously that can be, quite costly and, problematic. What are your opinions?
Yeah, I mean, false alarms for fire and rescue and for the industry are really bad news. Every time the fire alarm goes off and you tip people out into the car park and it's a false alarm, you're losing money for your own business. If fire and rescue do come to the alarm, then they are risking people on the road, and also, of course, they're spending money. And a further kicker now, if you're in London and it's a false alarm, you could get a bill. So they could bill you for £300 or whatever it is for having the false alarm. There are technology fixes to false alarms. Many of the systems are 20, 30 years old. If you go with more modern systems or more modern sensors within an old system, that will greatly reduce the number of false alarms. But also there's many simple things you can do as well. Better management in the building. Don't put toasters under smoke detectors, simple things like that.
Yeah. And why do you think that some commercial businesses, despite how prestigious they are, they don't necessarily always follow the correct fire regulations?
Well, I think that's because a lot of people think they're never going to have a fire. And if you've not had an instance of fire in your business, I guess why would you think you're going to have one? But fires will occur from time to time. So I think that we need to be able to educate them to raise fire up the priority on their list of stuff on their desk. And we need to make sure that businesses carry out good fire risk assessments, because that's the starting point. Once you've got a fire risk assessment in place that's good, you can then make a decision as to how you're going to manage your building properly, and from that, what sort of equipment, perhaps portable fire extinguishers, fire detection and alarm, fire doors, you're going to make sure that those are in place and properly maintained.
And it is quite incredible, the difference. We've seen some demonstrations, just here today, of some time-lapse videos of when you get the fire precautions just a tiny bit wrong, the devastating effect that it can have.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at modern fire loads in buildings, you can get time to flashovers as low as 3 minutes. So if you do get a fire and it goes wrong, you don't have long to get out of the building. And indeed, you don't have long for fire and rescue to get there to put the fire out. So that's a very important factor in making sure you get it right first time.
Exactly. Well, we wish you all the best tomorrow for your seminar at 11 o'clock. Now, which theatre is it again?
It's the Expertise Theatre.
The Expertise Theatre. So if you do want to listen to Graham Ellicott just discussing a little bit more about the advice that they can give to commercial businesses, please make it down to the chat on Thursday at 11 o'clock. Thank you very much, Graham, from the FIA, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.